And here's a crazy thing. The most intense part of the storm, that wasn't even it. It's still to my southwest. Yeah, there's an even more intense batch coming in from the southwest. I could even see it very well on Dover KDW Dover radar KDIX. It's raining really hard right now. Okay, so I just checked the radar. There is a heavier batch that just passed to my west. It's kind of moving east northeast, so it might pass right over me or just to my north. No hail with this, but looking from Dover KDIX, it looks like there might be some small hail with it. But when I come in closer to, sorry, not KDIX. Let me check the name of the Dover. So when I look at KDOX Dover, it looks like there might be some small hail of the high reflectivities with DBZs closer to like high 50s to around 60. But when I look at KDIX, which is Mount Holly, and KOKX, which is Upton, it doesn't look that bad. It just looks like heavy rain with DBZ values going from about 45 to about 55, which doesn't usually support hail. A hail would normally be DBZs of 60 or greater. You want reflectivity values of 60 or greater if you want hail. It doesn't always mean hail. For instance, terminal Doppler weather radars can have DBZ values of up to 65 without hail if you have normally large raindrops. I mean, normally that means hail. Like today, I was looking at the Philadelphia terminal Doppler weather radar where there were DBZ values above 60. And I'm thinking, oh, there's not going to be any hail because the atmosphere is too tropical. But sure enough, I looked at KDIX and there indeed was some hail. And it actually was a supercell. And it ended up being severe warned. At the time, it was a hook, but not even a special weather statement. And then it got severe warned. And finally, a severe thunderstorm warning was issued because of winds, because it started producing strong damaging winds well after it produced a hook. It was the forward flank downdraft, and it had a tornado possible tag with it. And I was already talking about that cell well before it was warned, because it looked very promising. Right now it's raining really hard. I think we're in the thick of that cell. Not the first one that came in, but the second one, the one that was showing up on KDOX. So right now it's very heavy rain, no wind, just very heavy rain here in Queens. Um, no, this is not a severe thunderstorm. It's just very heavy rain. Very heavy rain right now here in Queens. Yeah, it's raining really hard right now. I would say this is about at least an inch and a half an hour, maybe even 2 inches an hour rates. I mean, of course, this is not going to last a long time, but there are more cells coming in from the west, so I would not be surprised if there are more thunderstorms tonight. There's very intense convection to the west. The air is very unstable right now in New York City. It's still humid. I mean, the temperatures did go down a couple degrees. There's a tiny bit of a breeze, but under 5 miles an hour. The winds are very weak. This convection came through with little to no wind. Even though the winds are very weak, it looks like they're strong. As it looks like they're kind of being blown off that car a little bit, like the spray from the big raindrops. But no, the winds are actually very weak. Nothing's moving. The winds are near dead calm right now. Dead calm. I mean, if you look closely at the street light, you could see a slight tilt from the left, which means there's a little bit of a southerly component to the wind. But the rain is almost completely vertical. Almost a completely vertical rain, maybe a degree or two deviation coming from the side, from the south. Like, it's almost a completely vertical rain. There's hardly any wind. I mean, there's a little bit of a breeze right now. If you look closely, you might see the leaves just moving a tiny bit, but that is literally it. The winds are about maybe 5 miles an hour at most. Normally, during a thunderstorm like this, the winds will be howling, but keep in mind this is elevated convection. This convection is elevated, hence the very heavy rain, but no wind. I'm going to check the radar again. They're over Manhattan. Huh. All right. I don't know if you believe this or not, but there's a hail core with this sucker over Manhattan on KDOX. There's DBZs of over 60 over Manhattan on KDOX, Dover. Personally, I don't believe it. And that part of the cell is heading just to my north. I mean, if that's true, there's going to be a lot of lightning in that direction over there. Um, okay, so I just checked the radar. I just checked KDOX and KDIX. The part of the cell that just really blew up on the radar is not over me. Actually, on the radar, that part we're getting is actually not that impressive. It was just about DBZs up to about 50, but there's DBZs close to 60 over Manhattan, over Astoria, Midtown. I would not be surprised if there even might be some small hail, maybe not reaching the ground, but falling and melting. Maybe grapple, maybe some, I don't know, uh, pea-sized falling and melting before it hits the ground. So yeah, there might be some small hail in Manhattan. So I would not be surprised if there's a hail report, probably pea-sized hail over Midtown, or maybe towards the north when that heavier precip finally makes it to the ground. It kind of pulsed and then collapsed, meaning it kind of. Considering I don't see a lot of lightning, it means there's not a lot of electrical activity, which means, especially over there, it means maybe there's not that much ice aloft. But seeing those colors and seeing the high reflectivities from Dover, I'm thinking that there's probably is some hail. Oh, yep, I just saw lightning over there. So yeah, there probably is some hail over there now. Normally, lightning is a means there's a lot of friction. So yeah, that was thunder. That was lightning from over there. That was just a lightning over there, which is towards the northwest. Yeah, I'm already seeing the edge of the cloud coming in, like right over there. Seeing the edge of the thundercloud. I don't know why it's raining so hard here. Because it look. Oh, damn! Maybe it is forming over me too. Yeah, usually this these backside cells can do that sometimes. Yeah. I mean, the core of the storm was over Manhattan, not here. Maybe it's kind of backbuilding a little bit, or maybe there's an elevated part. Oh, let me check again. Yeah, that was a little. It was a little. Wow, would you look at that? Right at the tail end, there was a bit of a burst on. I checked the radar, and sure enough, it formed right on top of me. It started forming maybe like a half a mile away and just blew up right on top of me. And just like that, it's over. About 20 seconds later, it just stopped. Look at that. It's over just like that. Yeah, so there's 2 areas of really heavy rain. One, to my northwest near Astoria and right over me. If there wasn't any hail, it would have been in that little thing we just went through. Since considering there's no hail, there might have been a little bit aloft, maybe a couple thousand, maybe 5, 6,000 feet up. There might have been some really small hail, but that's about it. Yep. Storm is over. Just like that. It is entirely over. Um, it's just drizzling right now, like mist. There's a bit of a mist right now. That mist is the raindrops are getting sheared apart from being so big and it's being kind of wind blown. Yeah. See how quickly the rain just ended? It went from a torrential downpour to absolutely nothing within like what, a minute? Yeah, let me check the radar again. Yeah, it's over. This cell is over. Hold on. All right, this cell is over. So now we're gonna wait for another cell that's currently right now over around just northeast of Trenton, around the Elizabeth area, just southwest of Elizabeth. There's a pretty impressive cell that's kind of heading in this direction. It might pass just to my west, might pass over me. But yeah, it looks pretty impressive on KDIX. Not as impressive as this cell, but yeah, pretty impressive. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you all for watching and good night.